last night I hit 1,000 subscribers. This is the video you've been waiting for. I want to give you the information you need to be able to establish whether or not a pizza meets the SouthShore bar style pizza requirements. What is a SouthShore bar style pizza? Is it just a pizza that you find in a SouthShore bar? No, it's not. It's far from that. In fact, you can find SouthShore bar style pizzas at places that have no bars, because SouthShore bar style pizza is a style. That's right, like a deep dish Chicago style, that's a style. You can find that everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but you can find that outside of Chicago. The same with SouthShore bar style pizza. I want to give you enough information so you're not embarrassed when you're out with your friends talking about SouthShore bar style pizza, or you're typing away on social media and saying, that's not SouthShore bar style pizza, or here, look at my pizza I got in a bar. Let's be real. You want to know the truth about SouthShore bar style pizza, and I'm going to give it to you. So what is a SouthShore bar style pizza? First of all, it's a pizza that's cooked in a pan. Very critical. Cooked in a pan. If it's not cooked in a pan, it's definitely not SouthShore bar style pizza. Now, there's other pizzas cooked in a pan. So not all pizzas cooked in a pan are SouthShore bar style pizza. The second is that it's hand-pressed dough. So it's not tossed in the air like an Italian style pizza, hand-pressed into the pan. The third thing is the thickness of it. It's somewhat thin. It's on the thinner side. So it's not a deep dish pizza, and it's not as thick as a Greek pizza, which is also cooked in a pan. Very close to a SouthShore bar style pizza, but yet it's not. The next is how the toppings are put on the pizza. The sauce and the cheese are pushed all the way to the edges, so there's no crust on the pizza. If you see crust on the pizza, it's not a SouthShore bar style pizza. Sauce and cheese to the edges. The sauce itself is very simple, usually a crushed tomato, very simple sauce, and there's not a lot of it. If there's a lot of sauce on your pizza, it's not a SouthShore bar style pizza. Then there's the cheese. Has to have some cheddar in there. Doesn't have to be all cheddar. That's where it gets a little confusing. Does it have to be all cheddar? No, but it has to have some cheddar in there. Could be mixed with mozzarella, but if it's only mozzarella, it's not SouthShore bar style pizza. Now, some people have some good mixes, some have better than others. I particularly like the cheese that has a high butter fat content. You can find that at lots of places, in particular Linwood, Alumni in Weymouth, the Alumni in Quincy, which is also known as Rags, and places like Home Cafe. They have this cheese that has the high butter fat that melts down into the dough, which is like a biscuit-like dough or cracker-like. We'll get into that in a minute. There you have it. Has to be in a pan. Has to be pushed into the pan. Sauce and cheese have to go all the way to the edges. Small amount of sauce. Simple sauce. Cheese has to have cheddar. Now you get into some fancy terminology, and you'll want to know this. So stay tuned, keep watching. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to go down, hit that subscribe button, or hit the like button if you like what I'm doing. If you hit the subscribe button, if you could also hit the notification button, then when I come out with a new video, you'll know all about it. That way you'll stay up on your knowledge of SouthShore bar style pizza. Now, the next thing we talk about, lacing or burnt edges. Well, they're really the same thing. Lacing and burnt edges is when you take the sauce all the way to the edges, which it already has it that way. So sometimes you'll get lacing even if you don't ask for it. Now, if you ask for it, some of the places put extra sauce between the dough and the pan. What happens is that sauce gets burnt and it creates a lacing around the outside edges, or burnt edges, or whatever you want to call it. If you go to Linwood's, don't ask for burnt edges. If you go to Town Spa, don't ask for lacing. That's all I'll say about that. So lacing, burnt edges, some people like it. You can also ask for your pizza well done, burnt, whatever you want to do. And also put any toppings on it that you want. Well, unless you go to Linwood, you can't put bacon. Then you have where all these places started from. Well, they started a long time ago in the South Shore area. Now, a lot of people will argue, where is South Shore? What is South Shore? And they'll argue that Brockton's not South Shore and so on. Well, I'm here to set the record straight. A long, long time ago, there was a trolley system that went from Quincy to Brockton so that workers could come and make shoes or whatever it was that they made. So Quincy to Brockton was connected by a trolley system. That trolley line established where the South Shore was, which does go to Brockton and the surrounding areas. As far as I'm concerned, Abington, Rockland, Stoughton, these are all South Shore towns and referred to as South Shore area. I grew up in Abington. Whenever anybody asked me where I lived, I would always say I live in the South Shore, south of Boston, closer to the coast. So you can argue about that all you want. Of course, Quincy is South Shore, of course, Hingham is South Shore, and so on. But Brockton and the surrounding areas is where South Shore bar-style pizza started. In particular, in all the research that I've done, Cape Cod Cafe seems to be the original. Now, there's lots that have been doing it for a long time. Linwood, Home Cafe, Hoey's. The list goes on and on. I almost forgot to mention, biscuit-like, cracker-like. The South Shore bar-style pizza, the dough itself is biscuit-like or cracker-like. So it's not doughy like a typical Greek pizza is, or a house of pizza where you'll find a lot of air in the dough. There's not a lot of air in the dough. You're either gonna find it to taste biscuit-like or cracker-like. Now, my best example of biscuit-like is Linwood, Home Cafe, Cape Cod Cafe. Those are more biscuit-like. Then you have cracker-like, which is the real thin. So I believe that they're using less dough than the biscuit-like. So same type of dough, but they're using less of it. And you'll find it to be more cracker-like, which you'll find that at Poopsie's or Liberty. And that, my friends, I think wraps up what South Shore bar-style pizza is. My name is Russ Fitzgerald. The name of my channel is Tell 'em Russ Sent Ya, and I'm just here to spread a little knowledge. If you think anything that I said is wrong, put it in the comments down below. If you have some more information that you could shed on the subject, certainly let me know. But now you have enough information where you can impress your friends that you know what South Shore bar-style pizza is. Hey, stay safe. Get out there, try some pizza. Thanks for watching. So if you look it up on the internet, pizza in the United States, there's a list of all the different types of pizzas. And bar pizza is second on the list, only because it's in alphabetical order. First on the list is, I've never heard of it, but Altoona style pizza. It's a distinct type of pizza that's made in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Anyway, forget about that. Bar pizza, also known as tavern pizza, sometimes Milwaukee style pizza. It's distinguished by the thin crust, almost cracker-like, and is baked, or at least partially baked, in a shallow pan. The pan, that's what makes a South Shore bar-style pizza a South Shore bar-style pizza. What it says in Wikipedia is that bar pizza is found in the Boston area, particularly in the South Shore. The way they make the dough is very, very simple, but they add some sort of either oil or butter. That way, when it cooks, it becomes more like a biscuit or more like a cracker. If you've never tried South Shore bar-style pizza, I would highly recommend you try Poopsie's and Linwood, those two. Decide which of those two you like better, and that's gonna send you in the right direction, because all the other pizzas around are either going to be closer to a Linwood style or closer to a Poopsie style. One pizza, one man, or one person, I should say. It's a personalized pizza. It's for one person. You can share slices, but it's meant for one person. Now, you always hear me talking about it, other people talking about the flop. Well, the less flop it has, the more like South Shore bar-style pizza it is. The flop is that the dough hangs down. And when dough hangs down, things tend to slide off the pizza. So the less flop it has, the more Seltzer bar style pizza it is like. Greek style pizza is thicker and more chewy. So it's not gonna give you that biscuit-like or cracker-like. You may or may not like Seltzer bar style pizza, but it is a distinct type of pizza. Seltzer bar style pizza. Not just a bar pizza, it's a Seltzer bar style pizza. Now, does it have to be in a bar? Absolutely not. You can make a Seltzer bar style pizza at home. And there's places that sell Seltzer bar style pizzas that are not in a bar. In particular, one that just opened up in Braintree, Boss's Bar Pizza. No bar, just takeout, Seltzer bar style pizza. So, Seltzer bar style pizza is a style of pizza. Like California style, Chicago style, Detroit style, Greek pizza, New Haven style, New York style. These are all styles of pizza. Seltzer bar style pizza. That's what we're talking about. If you're ordering it from Linwood's, it's lacing. If you're ordering from Town Spa, it's burnt ends. But it's the same thing. You can't get that with regular pizza because the sauce doesn't go all the way to the ends. They leave a crust. And then there's always the question of who is the original. Everything that I've researched, everything that I've looked into does point to Cape Cod Cafe pizza being the original. However, some of the people that worked at Cape Cod Cafe back in the day, they actually left there and made their own places. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Charlie's Place in Wareham, I believe, was one of the original owners or original chefs maybe at Cape Cod Cafe. How did bar style pizza come to be? I haven't been able to fact check this, but what I've read was that the way that the pan pizza, the bar pan pizza, came to be was that there was a company that invented a small oven, almost like an easy bake oven, to have at a bar. And in order to cook the pizza in that oven, it needed to be in a pan. So they were trying to sell these pizzas and pans to bar owners so they could offer pizza to their customers. Now that's what I heard on how it originated to be in a pan and to be that size. I don't know if that's correct. The other reason is so that they could prep them all. So you can push all the dough out, you can put the sauce on it, you can put the cheese on it, and you can stack these pans. Some of these places will have 200 pans prepped and ready to go. They just put the toppings on and put it in the oven. Next argument, or fact, myth, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people say, oh, if it's not in one of those Blodgett ovens, then it can't be Seltzer bar style pizza. I would say that is wrong. There are many pizzas that are cooked on the conveyor belt, and if you didn't know that they were on a conveyor belt or in an oven, you would not know the difference. So I would say that doesn't matter, although you will find in the oldest places they have the ovens. They don't have the conveyors. But the oven or conveyor doesn't really matter. It's the temperature, and it's in a pan anyway. So if it's in the oven or on a conveyor, it's still in the pan. The pan is what's crisping it up and cooking the dough. You can disagree with me on that as well. I did consult with a bunch of experts to try to get the facts out there. If you have another question, or if you think I said something that was incorrect, put it down in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to do my best to bring you some good quality reviews on the places that I go to. I try to be honest in my review, try not to hold anything back. If it's really bad and I think that I should go back to the place, I will go back. I have had a few that have been bad. One in particular was Cape Cod Cafe. I tried them 3 different times. I tried all 3 of their locations. If you look back at my reviews, they weren't that great, but it was because of what I'm ordering. I order mushrooms and bacon, and for some reason that combination just does not come out well at Cape Cod Cafe. I will give them another try, but at this point it's not going to be one of my favorite places because they just can't pull off mushrooms and bacon for some reason. Their crust is excellent, their cheese is good, and their sauce is good, but if you throw those 2 toppings on, it just ruins their pizza. So that's that. I really thank you for watching all this stuff. I hope I gave you some helpful information on what makes a South Shore bar style pizza a distinct style of pizza. Hey, have a great day. Thanks for watching.